Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hook and Stitch Style. I'm Antoinette, your hostess, coming to you from Deer Island, New Brunswick, Canada, located in the Bay of Fundy. I want to welcome all returning fiber family members, new fiber family members. If it's your first time here, you like yarn, knitting, crocheting, Tunisian, life on an island, squish, click the subscribe, the bell, and all, and hopefully YouTube will notify you when I upload a video, have a live, or post on the community tab. Excuse me, if you're watching the replay, thank you. Just a pop-up live today. Welcome in, Denise. How are you, dear? Good morning. How are you? I thought I'd just come in and do a surprise pop-up. I was just chilling. Literally, it's cold outside. I wanted to go outside and do some shoveling, but it's too cold. I thought I gotta work up this swatch. Good morning, Dragon Cat. Welcome in. I've got to work up this swatch for the tutorial for this week. So I thought I would come in and just hang out here for a little bit. Take a break from... I pulled totes out of my cupboard going through yarn. I have a box down underneath that project there that I'm sending somebody. So I was pulling some yarn, and I thought, then I got into it, and yeah, I'm going through yarn again. I'm going to reorganize, separate the cotton totally, and then have it by weights. Figure out maybe the easiest way to do it. Yes, welcome in, Suzanne. Welcome in, Kim G. It was minus 14, half hour or so ago, with a wind chill factor of minus 22 Celsius, which is cold. It's cold. Excuse me. Hello, Susanna. How are you feeling, Susanna? Yesterday, I released the first video from my trip to Australia. I was just going to Wave Rock, and I have some more that I have on there I'm putting together with the kangaroos and stuff. Oh, my kind of weather, Susanna. My kind of weather. I'm casting on. This week is Define Diamonds. Overwhelmingly, everybody, the people that voted, picked the cables. I know. I got to pay off my credit cards first from this last trip. I got to do that. So we all know how that is, right? So I'm just going to cast on a bunch here, and then I'll count. I absolutely, Kim G did. I didn't want to come back, but I did want to come back. I mean, I miss my puppies. I miss Gracie and Kiva, and I miss my friends. But yeah, I said before, when the first video I did or live I did when I come back, I flew out of Perth, and it was 107 Fahrenheit. I forget, it was high 30s, and I landed in 3 days later. I landed in Fredericton. It was -9, and I could not find my car. The snow was so deep. I had to use my panic button to find my car. But no, been busy. I mean, I've been back a month now. Well, no, not quite. I'm almost back a month. End of the week, I'll be back a month, and it has been busy. I mean, I've worked here and there and there. Welcome in, Mimi. Welcome in. Yeah, just getting things done around the house. I've been working here and there and concentrating on getting some content out, organizing my tutorials to do those. And I'm, purging. I'm cleaning out the cupboards and stuff like that, and getting rid of stuff. And we had no snow 2 days ago, and then the day before yesterday, Monday morning, we got 10 inches, 12 inches of snow. Oh, Kim G, no, I know people who are, my oldest friends in the world, Vicky and Gary. I've known them, and you'll see them in the videos and pictures that I put up. I've known them longer than I knew Warren, my husband. They're my oldest friends in the world. They're family to me. We're family. And I hadn't seen them in almost 18 years. But we're going to cure that because I am going to go. I'm supposed supposed to go back in 2026. Barn, let's see how that's. I mean, it's all going to depend on finances. That's the big thing. Um, and I put in for my my pension up here in Canada. Sort of like semi-retiring, but it's not that much, so still have to work. But I'm gonna be teaching a lot, so yeah, no worries, no worries. Um, Next time I will. Well, see, we want Susanna. I mean, it was a whirlwind. The month went by so fast, and really the first couple weeks we were busy traveling back and forth to Perth for doctor appointments for Vicky and Gary. I mean, the first 2 weeks, the one week we made 4 trips to Perth, and then of course there was a car accident and stuff. So I mean, but it was absolutely, and seeing my niece, meet my great niece Mavis. Um, yeah, it was nice. Yeah, I have some footage that I'm going to put together. I put up clips here and there of it, but I'm going to put together and then do a voiceover. Some of the shops that I went to, and the one shop that I went to was right located in um, Pingelly. It was their local arts and crafts shop, like we have here on the island. It's local artisans, so it was really neat. It was really neat. So how's everybody doing this morning? Yep, no, just I'd sit here, come on, sit here quietly in my craft room. It's peaceful and quiet here. I grabbed a shower. Welcome in, stitching it up. Welcome in. I guess it's the first time I've seen you here. Welcome in. Yes, I'm try, trying to. One of my goals for 2025 was to up my content. Welcome in, Don P. Mima. Welcome in, dear. But that's one of my goals, and get on the tutorials, because that is the most watched and requested videos is tutorials. I'm doing knitting. There are tons of. I mean, I have some crochet and some Tunisian. Well, thank you very much, Tisha. Welcome to the Fiber family, dear. Welcome to the Fiber family. There's great content creators for Tunisian crochet and knitting too, but a lot of people have said they like the way I teach. They said it. I don't know. They just connect with me for teaching. Good morning, Gwen. Good morning. So I just decided to do it on the knitting, and I have a lot of crocheters that are trying to learn to knit. Now, what we're doing is I have basic knitting tutorials already on the channel. They're very basic: cast on, knitting, purling, cast off, a few cable stuff like that. Well, I had the book I had showed, 750 knitting stitches, the ultimate crochet knit Bible. So I come up with a method, and I put the sections up on the community tab and told everybody to vote which section they would like me to start with. They picked the largest section, which was the cable and Aran stitches. So then I asked who to pick a page, and then I asked who to pick a number between however many stitches were on that page. So that's how we did it, and it just happened. The first one to come up was the Defined Diamonds, which is a cable stitch, but it's not a real difficult cable stitch. Well, thank you, Susanna. That I'm glad, because I hear that, and I also too ask you. That's why I upgraded my camcorder for filming. My tutorials, because my early tutorials up until probably sometime beginning of last year was done on my old Nikon Coolpix 840, which I had about 10 years, 12 years. So, and also my other camcorder, which they both were like 10 or 12 years old. So I upgraded both, but I don't use my camera. I'm using the camcorder. One of the guys I watch, Marcus Picks, is a guy I go to for learning about technical side of filming and audio, video, and all that stuff, lighting. And this was one of the, and I believe me, I spent months researching and watching reviews and blah blah blah, and looking at the cost. The camcorder I got was one of the ones he recommended. It wasn't the toppest high end, but it got good reviews. It was affordable, and it does decent video, and I can do it in 1080. So the high resolution. So that's what I did, and I have my table set up. That stays. I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay, yeah, no problem. I can do one of those later today. That's an easy tutorial to do. And actually, Susanna, I do have. Hold on, I do have. Hold on, I believe I have that tutorial already on the channel. Let me see me go here to my tutorial list. Playlists. Playlist. Tunisian knitting tutorials. Knitting tutorials. Collaborations. Vintage broomstick solar flare. I'm just trying. I think I already have that. Yeah, knitting tutorials right here. Let me see. Okay, I gotta look and see if it's on. I've got to reorganize my tutorials because some of them are on the wrong list. I thought I had that, but I will make one of those for you. See, I'm gonna write it down right now. Welcome in, Suzanne. Welcome in, Zara. I'm just gonna make a note, and I will put one of those together. That's not a hard tutorial to do. I'm actually doing it right now. One of the projects I'm working on. Make one right, make one left. And actually make one left and make one right. It's really easy to do. It just what the difference between the left and the right is the way the stitch twists. There's one you go from front to back to pick up the loop. Between your knit stitches, there's like a horizontal bar, and depending on if you go front to back or back to front and put it on your left needle, and then whether you knit through the back loop or knit through the front, that determines if it's going to be a left or right lean. Welcome in, Ellen. Welcome in. I've been watching some of your videos too, Ellen. I've been trying to watch videos here, in Heart and all that, while trying to keep up. If anybody watches the video, I did have music to the video yesterday, but I didn't realize that they wanted me to pay. So I said, nope, take it out. But I'm going to go on and find an open free music source that I can use to put, like when I'm doing a slideshow, that I can put music to it instead of it just seems so boring. And I didn't do a voiceover on it. So I'm casting on this thing right here. I'm actually good. This is just what was left from one of the skeins of Bloom DK that I was doing on the Addy there for the blanket. And I have a bucket under here. I just throw yarn in, and that's like my tutorial yarn. All right. Thank you so much, Stitching It Up. Welcome to the family. Thank you for coming in. So I just grabbed this, give a little bit of visual interest while I'm doing the tutorial, but also, it's instead of opening up another skein, I'll have my little bowl here with my yarn in for my tutorials. And the needles, I had bought these needles to do socks with. I got them off Amazon. Yeah, they're Chinese or something like that. But they're the 40-inch for doing magic loop, which I really am not really keen on you. I don't use magic loop. I got this set from Amazon. It was not expensive at all. and it's actually a pretty decent set. They're the steel like cord with nylon covering, and these were less than $20. They were not expensive. And what I did do though is I went and I measured every one in my needle gauge to put down the right sizes. Like this is a 5 millimeter. It has has a number assigned to it. Freaking dog hair everywhere. Because there's like an odd size in here that is 3.125 millimeter. You know, it's odd size. But I use these a lot of times for tutorials, or if I'm just doing a dishcloth or something that, you know, I just throw it in my bag and use it. But that's what, instead of tying up one of my chiagus or Takumi bamboo needles. Excuse me. And they're a fairly decent point. You know, they're, like I said, they'd be great. And it's not too much memory in. Welcome in, Dragon Cat. It's not too much memory in the cord, and I could go boil some water and drop it in, but nah, I am not worrying about it. Like I said, this is just for. I could even for even the tutorials. You may find that there may be one of them. I'm going to use a set of my my straight needles that I have. These are beautiful needles. They're not too long either. They're not the real long ones. I use these for dishcloths, and it's just for nostalgia, you know, with the straight needles. It's nostalgic, you know, for me. And I have one set in there that I bought. I bought these needles when I was in nurses training in 1979. They are boys, size 7. And I've had these needles since I was in nurses training. It's one of the things I taught myself to knit on. I had a whole bunch more straight needles, but this is a couple years ago. I put out a message. Thank you, Zara. Yeah, I'm at the fan funding level of monetization, which is, you know, super chats, super stickers, and all that. Memberships if you want to do it, but I don't do my memberships on YouTube. They're on Ko-fi. But at 4,000, then it gets ad revenue. And actually, I'll show you how dingy I can be. Okay, it's just blondes aren't the only ones that have jokes made about them. So do gray and white. I got an email from AdSense, from Google AdSense, which is how you get paid. You know, who is the payment platform for YouTube for when you're monetized. And it said I hadn't verified my account because it gets sent directly to my checking account. So I went and checked. I put the wrong account number in. So I called my bank because they switched everything over. It's a whole thing. They merged, and it's a whole thing. So anyways, I got the right one in yesterday. So now I'm just waiting. They make 2 little deposits into my checking account, just like PayPal does, to verify your account. And once that's done, they'll send me my first check, and I'm going to share it with you because it's for shipping. I have packages over here. I got one, 2, and then this box, 3 packages that have to go out, plus my members boxes, but I'm adding to them for Valentine's Day. But I'm waiting until unemployment comes in. I want to make a payment on my credit card. So, because that's how I ship. It goes on my credit card. Welcome in, Christine. Thank you so much. Oh, okay, Christine. Thank you. Well, have a good day at work, dear. Well, Ellen, that's what I'm going to be working on, dear. I do have some tutorials on there, and I'm going to go in and reorganize. So there's a playlist. If you like, you go to my channel and you click on playlist, and it drops all the playlists down. It's strictly knitting tutorials. Okay. So I'm going to try to gather and organize that list because I do have quite a few, and I want to put them in. So they're all in one place, the knitting tutorials. Like I have broomstick tutorials. Then there's ones that are labeled topsy-turvy, try stitch along. That was a project we were doing that not a lot of people were doing, but I combined knitting, Tunisian, and crochet all into one block, multiple blocks. And I did tutorials for the stitches as I was doing them. And then I had another one where I did the leisure arts. That's crochet. So, but no, I will do that. And like I said, today I will make that. Not going to be doing too much because it's cold outside. Really cold. But just casting on. And while I'm doing, you know, I want to be able to explain things which helps people when they're learning a new, you know, craft. We can actually just talk about it real quick. On this one here, if you look, Define diamonds. Okay, it says multiple of 8 plus 10. Other content creators have talked about multiples. You know, Crystal, Courtney, all of them talk about multiples. Multiple of 8 plus 10 is your stitch count that you cast on has to be a multiple of 8. So 8 times 5 is 40. Then you add 10 stitches, which gives you a total of 50 stitches. Welcome in, Triple T. Welcome in. Welcome in. So that's one of the things you have to look at. And they pick the cables, which is it's not advanced. I mean, some of the cable patterns in here are. Some of them I've never done. It'll be new to me too. Like I was working on it. I ripped it out because I screwed up. I started working on my Christmas gifts, which were all small projects, and one was these Celtic gloves. Okay. It had a cable in there where I literally had to use 2 cable needles because it was knit 2, purl 2, knit 2. You slip 2 to the needle, held it to the front. Then you slip 2 to the purl, held it to the back. You knit 2, then you knit purl 2, and then you knit the 2. So I had to have 2 cable needles to do that cable. Now, I do sometimes. There are a few patterns I've done where I didn't use a cable needle. Risky because you reorder your stitches, or sometimes you just hold, if it's just a 2-2 cable, you just hold your stitches to the loops to the front of the back, and then you do your stitches, and then you pop them back on and do your stitches. I mean, there's all different techniques, and those are some of the things in between the tutorials. It'll be like tips and tricks type thing, you know, when you're doing it. And I've done videos on like showing different cable needles and stuff like that. But I will, you know, welcome in, more Mandy. Welcome in, dear. I want to be able to teach. People seem to like that. But I mean, I'm still doing all my other videos, but I want to, you know, get that. I have almost, I think 700. I got 600 and, let's see. I have 640 videos that I have put up in 5+ years. So that's averaging 125 videos a year, which is at least 2 a week. So I do get videos up. Now they count shorts, lives, and all that in there, but that's how many videos I have up. I think it includes lives. I'm not quite sure. So that's the first tutorial is going to be, and finish editing the Tree of Life dishcloth. And that's the last one from that book, you know, and it's really, actually, I may hold off on that while I'm doing these cables because it'll make things easier for people doing cables in that dishcloth. And then down the line, you know, maybe do a small project, something that I design, you know, not you know, not that I'd probably write a pattern for it, but just something I design. That way I don't have to, you know, stuff that I've done tutorials on, like Leisure Arts Afghan, strawberry shortcake, broomstick wrap. I had to reach out to the designer, get the permission. You know, was there any parameters that they wanted me to hit to, you know, and that takes time. So it might just be something that I pick a few stitches and I put together, you know, a cowl or scarf or hat, headband, whatever, something, and do it that way. That way we kind of can combine the skills that, you know, like maybe after the first 3 months of doing the tutorials, I can say, okay, we've learned this, this, and this. So let's take it and put it into a project, you know, something like that. Again, ideas are always going on in my head. And, you know, so yeah. So, Suzanne, I had knit it up in just a couple of days, but when I started doing the tutorial, there were technical issues, and I was in the process. So I know it doesn't take long. Any of the dishcloths I do, you can do in one day. They're not the Tree of Life. All that really is a combination of slip stitching and small cables. It's really an easy pattern that was out of the it was the sixth of the 6 dishcloths in the little book pattern booklet I got from Annie's. I think I got it from Mary Maxim for like 99 cents. So it didn't take me long to do it. Because I had one up and I had to take it down. Didn't even have a chance to go live because as I was looking at it, I saw errors. Now, I leave errors in when I'm doing something to show you and explain to you how how I found I had that error and how are we going to fix this. Is it going to be a matter of taking back, or is it a matter of just dropping your stitches down and then re-putting your stitches up to turn a stitch around or what have you? The problem is with cables, and my knitters in here I think will agree. One of the things with cables and lace, those are two techniques in knitting that if you make a mistake, they can be fixed without having to rip out. But I tried it with a cable I was doing on my fisherman sweater. I got so angry because it was so fiddly and just tedious that I ripped it out and I started all over again and pay more attention now. But they can't, like the lace, especially when you've got a lot of. Yeah, Suzanne, exactly. Exactly. Okay. Stay tuned. I'll get it out. It's actually right here in my little cart of whips. All the projects in there are small projects. I actually have to dig out some more yarns. This is what's done on it. Okay. That's what's done on it. And that is what it looks like right here. So, yeah, I'll put this over here on the tutorial table. Maybe I can get those two tutorials. That and the make one left, make one right done. I'll put it right over here in the tutorial. Which will mean 3 tutorials for me to film. This one here that I'm doing for the Defined Diamonds. What I try to do with that is I'll knit up a small swatch. So I have that to show you as we begin the tutorial. Now, a lot of times I'll have my stitches cast on, just one, and I'll tell you, okay, go cast on a multiple of 8 plus 10, and I'll meet you back here and we'll begin the pattern. This pattern for this week is an 8-row repeat. And it'll get you, it's got a really simple C4B, which is cable 2 back. So it's not yes. That's what they call the Tree of Life dishcloth. It's and I got this from Mary Max for like 99 cents. It's Annie's Learn to Stitch Knit dishcloths. And there were six of them I showed. I did them all. The Tree of Life was the last one I had to do. And they're all on the channel in a playlist. Like I said, I think I have to go through that playlist. Organize them better. You're welcome, dear. You're welcome. So like this first pattern that I'm going to do, the Defined Diamonds, and I want your input. That's why I asked. I put that poll up there to see, and it's not to say that I may not, pop in another one, because like in the knit and purl stitches, what I've got to do is I've got to make a list. There's 750 stitches in this book. Okay. And go through it and see, because there was no votes for the knit and purl stitches, but it's a good place to go because let me get my yarn here. In the knit and purl stitches, it's taking your knits and your purls and combining them to make things like this here. Oops. Now I've got yarn, needles, and everything getting hooked. I just opened it up to this page because there was a marker in it, because I was going to do a tutorial on it, But look at some in the knit and purl, bobble stitch, the fur stitch, the welt stitch, diagonal ridge, the bow knot. That's a pretty stitch. That'd make a pretty scarf, sweater. And then you've got ornamental stitches. So, again, I'll have a video here and there where I talk about, okay, we're gonna take, they might, I'll put a poll up, but for just a specific section. Okay, this is a section we're gonna do. I want you to pick a tutorial out of. Okay, and here's some of the stitches. And see, because this way, I do tutorials that people are interested in, the stitches that are interested in that, and again, it may be a stitch that's like, oh, geez, man, this stitch is great. I can knit a scarf with it. Yeah, Suzanne, because knitting a scarf, you just take the stitch and you go, or a shawl, or a wrap. Again, we have the lace, and I think it's called lace and eyelet stitches. Okay. The two that I will hold off till later, they'll be the last ones I start going to, are colorwork stitches, edgings, and trims. Only because those are going to be a little more involved. And let's face it, I'm right up front. My color work, two things I'm doing on one project is color work and brioche. And I've talked with Lindsay on it. I've ripped. I'm getting ready to frog 2 projects, which will be 3 projects frog. They're going to stay in their bag, but I'm trying to move, as I had said, to get these other projects done, and I have little ones dispersed in between, like the joggers are done, except for the pockets, but I'm going to try just picking up the stitches and doing the pockets that way. And my Nordica sweater is just straight back. I take that if I go to poker. When I go to poker, I'll take that because it's just all knit and purl, stockinette stitch for now till I get to the shoulders. Because that one's like almost 50% done. And I did put something. I did actually throw something else on. And this, I ordered myself. Found this pattern. I got a pattern bundle, 4 patterns, crochet, and it was only a couple dollars. And I had this pattern I was looking at. I needed to get a 12 millimeter clover, which is one that I didn't have. I think I have all the clovers now. And I found this pattern. It is really easy, but it's called the Easy Crochet Poncho. But what I liked about it was the neck, the cowl neck. I thought, and it's done in a bulky yarn. And believe it or not, I almost have one of my smaller totes emptied using yarn. That's one of the other goals this year, is use the stash, Now, I put my cowl neck on. I got so far down here, I said, let me get that neck on. So that's what I did. This is done in Premier's Toy Box. This is going to be so warm. The neck is going to be, and the neck just goes like that. You just roll it over. So, and this is just like, so it's just double crochets. It's just so easy. So this is my, if I'm watching something on TV or that I've been working on, or my stockinette. But that will eat up 9 to 12 skeins of the toy box that I have. And I've got one tote, it's probably my smallest tote, that is almost empty. So I'm using it up. So that's a good thing, because I've been looking at, I have right now, I pulled everything out of I pulled 4 of the big totes out of my closet, was going through it to pick some yarn out to send a box to somebody. And I thought, so I pulled all my cotton, garment cotton, not my dishcloth cotton. That's all together in, well, actually my yarn's kind of dispersed right now, so I've got to straighten, but again, yeah, I'm straightening it out. So, but I took a break to come in here, do this, cast this on, and yeah. So yeah, I'm all over the place, but it gets things done. Yeah, there's a method to my madness. There really is. I do get the things done, and there's another one in this batch of patterns that is going to use up some more of the worsted weight. And what I am doing is I have some yarn in this one tote. I need to empty it so I can put my cotton yarn in it that I have for garments. My bamboo fair. I even have some Kobo, whatever it is. I got some Hirschner's money or Hirschner's pastry cake. I had made a shirt that I did years ago from Cinnamon Stitches. I want to take that and put in there. So within that tote, there is some toy box. There is some, I think, cookies. 2 big things of cookies. So I'll put that to a project. So I can empty that tote out. It's like, yes, done. So killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Making Christmas gifts or donations and using the stash. Because really, if you noticed last year, I didn't do a whole lot of yarn hauls for me. I did get yarn to either, give away in giveaways or stuff like, or to send to people. So I didn't do a whole lot. These are the patterns that I got in that bundle. There was 3 patterns. This is the other one that I'm going to do. And these patterns are not difficult. Okay. This is called crochet poncho with sleeves. Now I did the Carolina poncho that had sleeves, but these are full sleeves. I'm going to show you a picture of it. This is one picture of it. See, granny stitch. Okay. But if you look, they're actual sleeves. Actual sleeves. I think there's another one here. It shows her with her arms up. Let me see. Yeah. This just shows you how to put the sleeves on. But you can see they're actual sleeves that come out. So they're full sleeves. So that was one that was in there. And then the other one is a waterfall cardigan with flared sleeves. This is the other pattern. It was 3 patterns. So it's and again, I like to have multiple different projects going. I know I have a lot of projects going on, but yeah, I'll get them done. I mean, I'm getting them done. I was so tickled when I got the joggers on. I haven't tried them on yet. I got to try them on so I can mark where I need to put the pockets. So, because I make the stuff I make for me, I like to make oversized, large. I don't like anything tight fitting. But that's another story. So that's some of the things I'm working on. Like I said, I got to get this swatch done today. I think the only thing, because I got to run to the mainland someday this week because I have to go to the bank. I've got a bunch of things I've got to be doing for the chamber. I need to get down there, get them in my office, and I've got to print up. I got to do a financial statement for one of the board members, or we're trying to get liability insurance or something. I don't know. Something else. And I got to make a new email address because we're going to be doing a fundraiser with these mugs we have that have a picture of, not a picture, but an actual carving. Welcome in, Dawn Aaron. Welcome in, beautiful soul. That we're doing a fundraiser for the island, that we raise money to keep Butler's Point, which is where the ferry comes in, where we put the sculpture. Last year we put a rock wall up, and we do it just to keep it, put some plants in. We want to put some benches in, put some more memorial stones in, stuff like that. So that's what we're doing. And they're really beautiful mugs. They really are. One of our what we call directors at large is going. Her and I are going to go to local businesses, take an example of the cup. We're going to offer 2 designs, and see if they wanted to buy so many. We'll give them a discount if they're a chamber member. This way, they make a little bit, we make a little bit, because it costs $25. Just our cost is $25 for the mug. We're going to sell them for $40. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you. Um, so, that's one of the so I said multiple things in my life. March, I'm supposed to be done as treasurer for the chamber, but always a but. Welcome in, Sharon. Welcome in, sweetheart. Okay, Dragon Cat, thank you so much for coming in. You have yourself a wonderful day. Stay warm. But if nobody's willing to step up to the plate, I said, look, if nobody's willing to step up, I'll stay on as treasurer. But these are my conditions. I will only do treasurer. I'm not going on any committees, and it's my way or I'm done. That means they have to get board approval for reimbursable expenses. I have to have actual invoices and stuff like that in a timely manner. I don't want to be hounded by somebody that says, "Oh, I didn't get this and I spent this." Was it approved by the board? And if it was approved by the board, did you submit an actual invoice to me for payment? Because I had to take that before the board. So, so only because I love my island, okay? And I am the last original member of the board, the Chamber of Commerce that we resurrected 8 years ago. Okay, there was 5 or 6 of us that resurrected the chamber, and we have worked long and hard, and we've got some new people in on the board as board officers that are really excited, have been doing things, and we're like, we're working on we're going after grants to put real bathrooms on the island, which is the biggest complaint we have. We've got a new thing next year that here I am. I'm always sounding like I'm on the ferry working, and I'm sounding like a billboard for the Chamber of Commerce. But we've got a new thing where we have self-guided tours and stuff that we're investing in these metal signs, and you come to the island, it gives some history of the island. We've got some elder members of the island that we are going to we're going to for history on the island, stuff like that. Another thing is we have a project that we're going to have e-bikes here on the island. We've got one of the local fishermen that started up whale tours last summer. So I mean, we're for the tourism and stuff. But here's our big selling point. We are not touristy like Campobello or Grand Manan or St. Andrews. The beauty of Deer Island is our simplicity and the peace that you get when you come here. There's lots to do. I mean, there's walking trails, there's down at the point, there's you can go to I think 4 or 5 galleries, gift shops, a few restaurants. We've got more stuff that's planning on coming to the island that you can go to. You know, yeah, exactly, Stan. And so we're working, but we don't have all the tourist traps that you see in places like St. Andrews. You know, um, I don't. Somebody asked me, "What is there?" They got on the ferry and said, "Well, there is really nothing to do on the island." I said, "Well, there is stuff to do." Well, geez, it's just boring. I says, "That's our niche. We're known as the masterpiece of the bay, masterpiece of the province for a reason. Our sunrises, our sunsets, our visual, and that we don't have the spoils of all the concrete, brick, and mortar, and all this. We're not crowded into there. We're still a rural tourist destination, and that's what's nice. And we have people that are stepping up that are investing in glamping, like little tiny campers and stuff. We've got the B&Bs. So we've got people that are investing in it. And the ferry's free to ride from the mainland. I mean, to go to Campobello, it costs. But I said, that's our selling point. The peace, the quiet, get away from it, relax. That's what you want to do when you come here, is you relax. That's why I love where I live so much, because I don't have the dramas of living in even a small city like St. George. I don't have the dramas. I don't have the traffic. I don't have the people. I don't have the noise, except the young kids on their four-wheelers, but it's why I live where I live. It is, Kim. It is, absolutely. Um, Now, little sis Darlene and Marlene have both been here. It is very peaceful. It is very beautiful. And that's its selling point, or peaceful. So let me, okay, I'm going to go here. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And I have to go here, here, and we have to go here. We go here. We go here. We go here. Here. There we go. There we go. And I have opened up the panel. If anyone wants to come up, show us what you're making and stuff like that. These pop-up lives I do here and there. It's just ta-da! I wasn't gonna come on, that's why I had a shower because I really needed a shower. Oh, that shower felt so good. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, sweetheart. And I want to say morning to my island yarnies that are in, and the new fiber family members. We're growing. So we have organic growth, and that's what I like. So yes, you guys motivate me. You guys, you keep me inspired. Who cares? I people don't realize there's times I've come in here and I told you I'm in my pajama bottoms, or I'm still in my pajamas. I just got a sweater on. Keep it real. Keep it real. That's how I look at it. And yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so I'm going to work on that. Actually, I didn't even get my stitches cast on. I'll finish working with cashy stitches on. And when it gets a little warmer, because I have got to get my downstairs done, so I have my guest room up in case somebody comes up. I have someplace for them to stay. I mean, they'll have to use my bathroom until I get the bathroom put in, because that's not a big expense. But no, so you can look forward to 3 tutorials this week between now and Sunday. Welcome in, Zoila. Oh, I hope everything's all right, dear. I hope everything is all right. And I'm trying to catch up on some of I watch people's videos. I have to come in here to watch them, or I watch them when Barb goes to bed. But last night I stumbled across World Series of Poker tournament, and I put that on, and I was watching that. Okay, Zoila, good. Glad to hear it. Make sure. Don't like to see somebody unwell. No, I don't like seeing that. So I have to ask Sharon, Dawn, Denise, did you guys have fun? Did you guys have fun? There she is. And here is Miss Mimi, aka Marlene. Welcome in, Marlene.
Hi.
Marlene lives here in New Brunswick. Briggs and Little Cup. Yeah, I've got Timmy's.
Very nice.
Marlene lives up. Her and Bruce live up north of me, a few hours, and they have an Airbnb that I said I could live in that permanently, but it's really nice. So it'll be listed on Airbnb. So if you want to come to New Brunswick and check stuff out, just saying. But yeah, Marlene's husband knew my husband back when they were teenagers. They were in the military together. So long time. And Marlene and I just happened to hook up when she came with Bruce to the house to see Warren. And then we discover we're knitters and crocheters. Oh, I'm glad, Dawn. You'll have to put some pictures up on your community tab or something. And I heard you guys went to a yarn shop. You went to a local yarn shop. I asked how much yarn did you guys not buy? I mean, I know you guys are running low on yarn. like all of us. We're all starving for yarn. And Sharon, you're down there for what, 2 months? Okay, how many we have here? 3, 6, 7, 27, 33, 8. Okay.
That's right.
40 is divisible by 8 by 5. And now I've got to put 10 stitches on. Marlene is a quilter also. They're gorgeous. You have one you're working on now? Marlene, you have a quilt you're working on now?
I am working on it.
Oh, yeah, Marlene's short. Hold on, I'm going to put you big. Hold on. Oh, my gosh. I mean, her quilts are absolutely stunning. They are gorgeous. Marlene, that is stunning. Oh, she froze. There you go. That is beautiful. Marlene, do you have Starlink yet?
I do.
Awesome. All right, well, there we go. Oh, you're gonna be down there for 4 or 5 months. Good. You'll be down there away from the
I
snow.
got another.
You have another one you're doing?
Yes. Just Christians at the moment.
Okay. She's got a couple grandbabies.
I got to make. I got to make nappies for the granddaughter's dolly.
Oh, jeez. Brinley, how old's Brinley now?
3.5.
3.5. Oh my gosh, where is the time gone?
I know.
Oh my gosh,
I remember 1.5.
I remember when you went out there when she was going to have the baby.
Yes, I have Starlink.
Starlink's the way to go. I have mine on auto.
It is here.
I have mine on. It is mine. I have mine on automatic heat. I'll tell you, if I was still trucking, I would have gotten the Starlink Mini. For people that travel, they have the Starlink Mini now. And Elon's putting more and more satellites up. Dawn, I see the wall in your studio. Okay, yarn, lots of yarn. I know the spring wall, and I see your wall, and then we see the other yarn. I think all of us we're connoisseurs of yarn. Do you need any cotton material, Marlene?
Oh, I could always use cotton material.
Well, a lady gave me, I'll send them to you because I'll stick them in one of those flat rate boxes because I can put up to 11 pounds or 5 kilograms. I've got Dawn, shame on you. She gave me a lot of quilting books. Okay. And some of them are vintage. Whoop, where'd Marlene go? There she is. And some of them are vintage. Plus she gave me 2 black garbage bags full of a lot of cotton for quilting. So I'll put together some and ship them off to you. I'll get a couple boxes and I'll do what I did with Debbie, Canadian Crotcher. I sent her a couple of the big large of cotton. I mean, it's not to say Barb's gonna teach me how to quilt, but just she's gonna teach me how to quilt. It's just basic because I have the quilting machine. I just don't know how to use it. It's on the list. That's why I'm not getting into spinning. I don't need to get it or dyeing yarn or anything like that. I have enough that I'm dealing with, learning. Excuse me. That's
You
not my
will
wall.
like
It's an
this
illusion.
quilt. This is
I'm
one of
gonna
my
put-
other quilt projects.
Oh, oh, I love that one. That is apt. Yeah, that's right up my alley.
And the blue and the beige to go with it.
Oh, pretty. How long does it take you to do a quilt?
A good month. Because I do it all I sew the blocks by machine, but all the quilting is done the traditional way by hand that my mother taught me when I was
Oh,
6
you do
years
the
old.
tiny hand stitching?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I have
Thank you,
my mom's quilting frames.
Barb and I have our cousin Edith. She passed away a few years ago at the age of 104, 103. She taught herself to use the internet at 100 years old. We have those quilted, and they were before that. They're over 100. They're over 100 years old. Yeah, I have them downstairs right now. So Barb's she made Warren and I a quilt for a wedding gift that I have packed away yet. So I pass that on to, because with the girls, I don't want them getting on it, with their hair. And so I can pass it on because it's an heirloom. I pass it on to one of my kids or my grandkids.
Yeah, I have six drawers full of fabric, of various types of fabric, but they're going into quilts.
The one quilt I want to make, a lot of people here remember my Bella and my Valeria. Those are my two girls that passed away. I say they used to go to, back when I was making big money trucking. I know to Triple T, but I don't need to get into anything else. They went every 2 weeks to Petco, and they had the same groomer for all the same years. They've had only two groomers. They only had two groomers in their entire life, and they always had the bandanas. I saved all their bandanas, and I want to put them into a quilt,
Cool.
as in their memory. So I
I
saved them all.
Quilt.
Huh?
You could do it as a lap quilt. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Quick and easy.
Yeah. So Barb said she'll teach me once we get the basement finished up. We're setting up a whole corner with a big table there for our sewing machines, and I have what used to be in here over there, that black cubicle thing is going to be where I put all the material and stuff and my sewing supplies stuff. Because it's a nice sewing machine. It's a all computerized quilting machine. It's got all the freaking million attachments to it, and a book about that thick that I've got to learn how to use. Yeah, use a different thing. And I got it for it was almost $1,000 machine, and I got it for like $350 US before I moved up here. And I'll be here in Canada 10 years this coming September. I have used that machine a few times for hemming or repairing Warren's work pants. That's all I've ever used it for.
Well, I had one. Well, I just got my mother's old sewing machine just working the other day. And it's probably 40 years old.
Yeah, but they were the good machines. My mom's singer. I remember the salesman when he came to the house to sell it to Mom. And Mom sewed on that machine, all 7 of us kids. She used to make our clothes.
Yeah.
And I mean, she was always saying, when I went to, with the exception of one prom, all of my gowns my mother made.
My mom made all my clothes.
Yeah, and then she taught us how to. And then in high school, when I was in choir, majorettes and stuff like that, I had a lot of functions I had to go to. So I made my own clothes. I learned how to do tailor pockets and all stuff. Probably would remember when I get back into it. After a little bit of practice, I'll remember how to do it. But I did the tailored inset pockets and the waistbands and stuff, and the inset zippers and all that good fancy stuff. But my knitting and crocheting have taken a front seat to that. Has taken a front seat to that because I love my knitting.
I hear you. I sew every morning.
Yeah. See, I knit or crochet. Usually it's knitting on something just minor, just to get my hands going and to keep my gets everything moving in the joints Arthritis, especially this time of year, the arthritis is terrible. Old Arthur raises his ugly head in the wintertime. And when you get old, okay, let's face it. And I wasn't being insulting when I said you were short. Marlene is very tiny.
Yes.
Her and Darlene, it's close call between the two of them.
I'm going to say we're about the same height.
I'm an Amazon compared to them. There's very few people that make me feel short.
That's why you're big sis.
And I'm old, and I'm an old bee.
I got you beat. I just turned 65.
I'll be six. You're a year older than me. I'll be 60. I'll be 64. But you know what? It's just a number.
It's just a number. I don't feel it. So
you don't look it either.
No, thank you.
You don't.
I don't have time. I don't have time to be still.
That's why I looked at semi-retirement. I put in for my CPP to start in October. But I want to enjoy this time of my life. I've been working since I was 12. Except for time I had off with having my babies. I've been working since I was 12 years old. So I'm ready to kind of just idle back a little bit and do things that I enjoy. The channel, because I enjoy this. When the weather gets nice, going outside, going for walks, I want to start walking with the dogs. I want to start walking. And I actually bought a brand new pair of sneakers when I was in Australia, a pair of nice walking Skechers. Weren't cheap. Oh my gosh, they weren't cheap. $160.
They're not. No, they're not. Skechers.
But I love my brand, yes, I love my Skechers. My girlfriend there in Australia, she worked up at the mines. She had Skechers work shoes, but we went to an actual Skechers shop when we were down in Perth. I went to an actual Skechers shop, and that's where I bought my sneakers. They're white. I don't know why I like white, and they're in my bedroom. I haven't worn them yet. So because the guy says, he asked what size I was wearing, and I got a short, wide foot. I needed a 7 wide. Okay, I got a short wide foot. And then I said, we can mail them to you. I said, that might be difficult. I said, I live in Canada. Oh. He says, well, I'll take these here. So I went up a size and got them. Yes. But so I want to start walking the dogs. Good for them. Good for me.
I have a merino felt insole that I put in mine for the cooler days in the winter months. If I just want to go shopping or whatever, your feet are warm, but no clunky boots. It works. Keeps your feet warm.
I have a pair of my bean boots. LL Bean boots. Yep, I have. Yep, I have. They're in the hallway actually because I was out shoveling snow Monday. I shoveled out the front there, get from the door. Then I have to get out onto the deck because the girls have been going on. They do their business. So I have poop patrol duty this afternoon. Just waiting the sun's. So go out and clean that up and what have you. Yeah, the fun part.
On Monday, I was using the snow blower and cleaning out half of our driveway.
Well, Barb and I we're going to invest in what they call the snow shovel for the deck because you remember how big the deck is, and we're looking to expand it and take it all the way around the pool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because last year was a big year for doing stuff, and I think you and Darlene are the only two that have been to the island and to the house.
Yes.
Not that I told everybody's always welcome. I'll get my guest room done. But right now, it's just a lot of boxes in there because I keep my boxes because when I ship stuff out, I got to have boxes.
Well, our guest room is ready. I did a clean yesterday and I purged a lot of empty boxes for some reason and a bag of garbage and a bag of donated items. So it's going to be a lot more.
Yeah, see, I'm doing the same thing. I'm just checking something here. Okay, I just want to double check something here. But yeah, like I said, anybody wants to come up, the link's pinned. Come on up. But no, yeah, come on up and show us your makes. I'd like to get inspiration. Dawn, I did want to ask you a question. Are you into garments, blankets, accessories, or home decor? Put something in the comments for me. Just saying, just asking. Dawn is my Happy Mail Advent partner this year. And we're doing the Year of the Patterns. Oh, speaking of,
I have so many projects on the go this right now.
Okay, Dawn. Okay, I'm just because I have some patterns picked out for the next 6 months, and I just want to make sure. I haven't decided which one I'm gonna send you for February. I know we all have a list of not only do we have a yarn stash that is well beyond our lifetime, but the list of projects, we'd have to live to be 200 years old probably to do all the projects we have on our to do or in our queue, you know. That's why I want to purge my pattern books and share those patterns with other people, because a lot of them are paid for patterns. They're already printed up in plastic sleeves. And, you know, I did a purge a couple years ago and sent a bunch of patterns off. I'm going to do another purge. And what I might just do is, because I've got 10 binders, and clean and put them all into a binder and send them to somebody. Because, I mean, buying patterns can get expensive. What are you going to show us now?
I got to find a block that I got completed.
There, you're big.
I'm doing this one for Brindley.
Oh. Wow.
Which is all applique. So this is block 1.
Oh my gosh. That is going to be so cute. Are those all individual pieces?
Yes, all appliqued on by hand.
Oh, wow.
And I have 30 blocks to do. And I have 2 done.
That's going to take a while.
Yeah, so it's on timeout right now. Because I want to get some other projects out of the way.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm trying to do. In amongst trying to get start on Christmas gifts for next year. I'm gonna leave you big for a minute. I gotta run down. I printed up a pattern. I'll show you the pattern.
If anyone has ever been to Panama and the indigenous group there, the ladies make these. These are called molas. And it's a series of fabrics cut and layered and hand stitched. And there's all their little stitching all in the back. So how's everyone doing today? It was minus 28 here this morning. Felt like minus 35. Very cold.
Oh, it's cool. We were only at minus 22 wind chill.
The wood stove had to be stoked, so I had to get up and put the fire on.
All right, let me see. Dawn, you didn't have to do that. Thank you, Dawn. You didn't have to do that. Okay. What I have, like I planned for Christmas gifts, I showed this, and these are the ones I ripped out. I got to start again. These are the Highland Celtic cable knits. Okay. Oh, I guess. These are the mitts that I'm doing. Okay,
ooh,
it's a Celtic cable. And the 2 colors I picked actually go together. Welcome in, Mimi. Welcome in. Actually go together perfect. I had the cuff done and was doing the cables, and I lost a stitch. And the green on this matches perfect. I mean, spot on. Those are the colors.
Ooh, love that.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the cuff in the variegated, and I'm going to do the main mitt in the green. So the cable, because when I was doing the cable in this, the cable was getting lost. So that I'm just going to reverse it. And then I found a pattern. I thought there was a picture here. I'm going to have to find a picture of it. To go with this, we have another guest. Welcome in, little sis. We got little sis and little sis and the old broad. And then I found this one here. It's called Classic Cable Leg Warmers, but the picture didn't print up for this. So I'll look on my phone and see if I have the picture.
Oh. Messy hair.
Don't care.
Let me see here.
How long have you been on? What?
An hour.
And she only just told me.
I was sitting here and it just popped in. It just popped up.
I was knitting and I seen the pop up. I said to Bruce, I'm going upstairs. Antoinette's on, having it live.
Hi, everyone.
See you later.
There's a set of leg warmers. I think it was on Facebook. I saw it and it was a free pattern and I just clicked on it and then I had to go to, but it's Celtic cabled leg warmers. And then I'm going to pair that. And then I am going to do a headband. I'm going to find a Celtic cable. Find a Celtic cable in this book here. And I'm going to make a ear warmer to go with it. And that'll be a Christmas gift. Those are like the little projects that I'll put on the needles. And so I get a head start on my Christmas gifts for next year. And I thought that's a nice thing. You have matching ear warmers, fingerless mitts, and leg warmers. You know, if you're going for a walk or you're outside with the kids or something. Or if you work on a ferry like I do and you need to keep warm. And I'm looking at that Hoodala pattern I've seen by Laura Nelkin. That's been big. That's all over the place. And it looks pretty easy. You just knit some ribbing and then you do the increases out. And then when you put it down, the ribbing comes over your face and then the hood's over top. So it covers, it's like a different version of a balaclava.
Yes, I looked at that too.
Yep. So and of course my socks. So I'm starting my Christmas knitting now and crochet like this poncho. This will be a gift for somebody. Just it's very simple, but talk about this toy box is so soft and so squishy. I know Dawn Hyde is blink. But kill two birds, one stone. I'm emptying that tote of yarn. It'll be empty. It'll be one empty tote of yarn. And it's not even the end of January yet.
Yoo-hoo!
And excuse me. Oh, I had checked something here. Got a message this morning. Darlene, show us what you're working on. I'll put you solo. Marlene's been showing us the quilts. Oh my gosh, they're gorgeous.
I just finished. Oh, I had to frog it a little bit. I've been working on this. My cardigan or whatever it's called. What do they call it? Let me see. I think it's a cardigan. Nope. But yeah, it was a chart. Yeah. The Mick cardigan is what's what it is. It was a kit that I bought from We Are Knitters. I don't know if I'll make it as long. Definitely the sleeves won't be as long. But yeah, I love the yarn and the pattern. It's so pretty. I had help figuring out how to actually read a chart. But yeah, there's a couple of boo-boos, but hey, it's not like I'm going to sell it or anything. But yeah,
very nice pattern.
Yeah,
nice work.
This is the back, which is the biggest part. I don't know if I'll be able to do the arms Oh, itchy eye. I don't know if I'll be able to do the arms 2 at a time. Because the way the pattern goes, I don't know if I'll be able to do that because I don't know how the end of the bottom of the sleeve will be. Same with the panels. I think the front panels, I should be able to do 2 at a time. But I think the arms are slightly different because of the way it hangs, I guess. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. You can take me off big screen now. Thank you.
Why?
Why? Because nobody wants to see all this. Oh, is that too bright back there? The sun's starting to come through the window. But that's all I'm working on. I had to look at the chart and write it all down because the chart is very tiny. That's the chart. So
Hard on the
try
eye.
and read that, and it's like a 30-row repeat. I'm on the 5th repeat. So it would have been like too much to try and figure out which row I'm on.
Exactly.
So
I photocopy mine and make them a little bit bigger.
Marlene, did you check your email?
Yeah.
I can.
Check your email, please.
But I think I have another pattern that's a chart that it's a blanket that I might go through and try that one. But so yeah,
I don't have anything on my email.
You can bring you guys back up. Thanks.
Okay.
How is everybody anyways? It's nice and sunny here. We haven't seen the sun really in this year. So at least we're not down in the southern states where they're getting snow where they've never seen it before.
I know. Florida's terrible. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Even like Houston, I just saw a little clip of somebody trying to get into a Starbucks, but it says closed due to the snow, and they're having a flurry.
Oh, wow. Well, we got 10 inches in our last storm, and we had our snowmobile out for the first time this year. So, and beat a trail. It was kind of nice, but
well, that's what New Brunswick is really known for is their skidoo trails.
We are. We have about I don't know, thousands of kilometers of trails to go on.
Yeah, that's what you're known for. Oh, and I said skidoo. That's what I call them. I said that to a friend of ours that lives in New York, Bayside, New York. And he said, a what?
Snowmobile, skidoo.
Snowmobile. I call them skidoos. That's the brand name, I believe.
It is. That's the brand we have. So, but
yeah. But I call everything a skidoo. Mm-hmm. It's shorter than saying snowmobile.
It is, exactly. You can go from our place to the top of the province or the bottom. Actually, you can go anywhere from our place. We're in the central part, so we can go anywhere on any of the trails, whether we're snowmobiling or we're four-wheeling.
Yeah, because I guess in the summertime it'd be four-wheeling, and then wintertime it's snowmobile.
And the trails are only like 2 minutes away.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is. It is.
You have a four-wheeler also?
We have two.
Oh, isn't hers?
No. Well, I like the older one, and Bruce likes the newer one because it's faster. But our old one is the workhorse around the property. So.
Uh-huh. What are you working on? I didn't see.
Oh, my.
Oh, gosh. Who's this one for?
This is Christian's quilt.
Oh.
That's the front. I got the back to put together now. And then Brenley has asked for some more dolly nappies, so I've got them cut out to make dolly nappies for her dollies.
Oh,
I only
the
send
good
her.
kind that you don't have to wash.
Yes, she pretends that they wash. So I did a whole bunch for her earlier this year. So she's got those, and I have various other quilts that I got to get onto, and knitting, and just the usual day-to-day stuff. I got to bring wood in here later, so just the daily chores.
Yeah. Yeah, that blanket's beautiful.
Well, yeah, it's all to do with wildlife, but I don't know how much he's going to be into wildlife. He's more into music, so he loves anything musical.
Oh, well, how old is he?
1.5.
1.5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
And they're not having great weather either.
Actually, they are warmer in Brandon than we are here.
Oh, really? Because I know they just had a really cold freeze. I know the other day, Darla, she posted about they had a warning of people going on the highways or just the roads.
Yeah,
the white oaks were awful.
Yeah, my daughter, being a police officer, she get called out at 5:30 in the morning to go deal with that highway accidents and incidents and whatnot. And so her husband, he was supposed to go to work, but it was so cold, he just called in sick and said, nope, one of the other guys go in and do the shift. I'm staying home with the 2 kids in bed.
Yeah, that's where you want to be when it's freezing. Like Dean takes the winter off.
Yes. Yeah, no, she was out in that mess for 12 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. She does either 10 or 12-hour shifts.
Goodness.
Yeah.
And you guys got a lot of snow also, Antoinette?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
When, just the other day, or we didn't get nothing?
All on Monday.
All on Monday.
Monday. Yeah, no.
It started after midnight on Sunday night, just after midnight.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right now it's saying it's around -11 here. I don't know what the wind chill is.
It's -14 here, and the wind chill is
-18.
Yeah.
We're at -22.
Yeah. So.
Or we were
still
at
chilly.
-22.
Yes.
Still chilly.
No, that's cold. That's not chilly.
Yeah, well, normally we walk every day, so I don't know. We didn't get out yesterday because it was super cold, so we usually do 3 to 4 kilometer walk every day. My walk today is going to get wood out of the woodshed.
Yeah. It's not good when you go for a walk and your nose here starts to freeze.
No, but we walk in the woods, so we have a trail that we enjoy. So we've been having the deer, we have a raccoon, and we have a coyote that likes to enjoy our backyard.
You have to watch the coyotes right now. We've been hearing them really bad at nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
And they're getting real close to in our backyard.
Yeah, we've got one.
It's mating season right now.
Yeah, they're chasing our deer.
Yeah, we've had 2 does with one's got twins and one's got a single, so they stay in our yard here. And then we usually have the bird feeders are out, so they go after everything in the bird feeders. So, but we got to feed those little chickadees.
We don't have deer in our immediate area, probably because of the coyotes, and there's a bear that in the summertime is around.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course the raccoons, porcupines.
Well, I got thousands of hectares of land behind me, so they're everywhere.
Yeah, they might out behind our house. It's all forest until the next subdivision, which is a distance away.
Mm-hmm.
But they might be putting a highway back there to hook it to the Beaverbank Road, because we seriously need something, because the traffic is awful every day. Oh, look at that delivery.
I have breakfast. Woohoo!
Hi, Bruce.
Breakfast.
Hi.
That's brunch. Hello.
Wow. That's awesome. I'll eat it in a few minutes.
I didn't know you're. Sorry. Good thing I wasn't naked.
Hi, honey.
Especially being live. Whoa. It's
Well,
not
he
that
was
kind
up-
of channel.
He came up earlier and brought me up a tea. And now he's bringing me breakfast.
Wow.
Breakfast, brunch, whatever.
Yeah, that'd be your brunch. It's 12:35.
Oh, now it's dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. It's dinner time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you get any of the snow in Nova Scotia?
No.
Lucky
Our snow
you.
is pretty much gone. We had rain. We had a lot of rain on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, like you get up in the morning and you see like a dusting or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like the sky is clear at nighttime. Like I saw Venus last night. It was to the south.
Mm-hmm.
Saw Venus, and then like a couple hours later, it was all cloudy. And
Wow.
we just had a little sprinkling. That's about it through the night.
No, we had nothing but clear skies here, so it was cold.
And bright if you got the snow.
Yes, yes. When the full moon was out, it was really nice, but it was, not bad weather, but now it's cold for this polar air for until Friday.
Yeah. Next week, I think we're supposed to get in a couple of pluses.
Maybe you. Not here.
Well, you guys are the snow belt of Canada.
Hi, everybody that come in. I don't know.
Yes, hi, everyone.
Well, I don't make sure I didn't miss anybody. Didn't want to miss anybody.
Yeah. Zara's not in here.
Nope, Zara was here. Zara's here.
Always. Hi, Zara.
Yeah. What I'm doing is I'm just getting out. Oops. I'm getting out my needles and stuff to cast on. I'm going to do both the pockets at the same time for the joggers. I'm going to make the. I'm just going to sew them on. Huh?
Oh, so are you going to go like straight down or sideways?
No, they're the way they're done. There's decreases, so the cables run at an angle down the edge of the pocket. That's where the cable crush joggers come in.
Oh, okay, and, so they're like on an angle.
And then I'll sew them on. Get that, and then that way, and sewing all my ends, and find out where I put my little brass ends at. I know they're here somewhere because I sent you some to do yours. Mine are here somewhere.
I don't know if they're here or upstairs.
Yeah, they're here somewhere. Yeah. That way, they're done. Then that's a complete 100% finish. And I said, work the whips, baby, work the whips. And stash down. I'm doing that too. So kind of, ticking things off. You double dipping. Getting a finish as well as using stash. That's what like that poncho. That poncho, I've got another 12 rows to like rounds to do, and then 2 trim rows. It's done.
When did you start
in the end? Huh?
When did you start that one?
Monday.
Wow.
I've got yarn pulled out of my bedroom. I'll take a picture and put it up on the community tab. I just pulled out 5 totes out of the closet. I still have 4 totes in the closet. I pulled the real big ones out. Going through yarn because I'm sending a box of yarn to somebody. And because I have I'm going to repackage yours and put all your stuff into one box because I've got stuff I brought you back for Christmas for you and Dean, and I've got the yarn you got, then I got the box you won. So, well, we're planning on meeting the end of the month, do a sleepover. I'm teaching the end of the month in St. John. So
February,
end of February, yeah, end of February.
Hopefully the weather is okay.
Yeah, that's the thing, because they sent me a list for more classes to teach, and right now I've got 4 scheduled, but I'm going to be scheduling. I've been approached by the Christian camp, the people that run the Christian camp for first aid for the student counselors. So I said, call St. John ambulance, talk to them because they may only have to take the 1-day basic, and then we can do that right here on the island and get them certified. And then I've got the ferry crews to recertify. Plus, I've got a couple fishermen I've got to recertify. So those are all on the island. So I got 4 classes off island, 3 in St. John, 1 in St. Stephen, which is a Marine first aid class. And then I'll have 2 or 3 or 4 here on the island. This is between now and April.
Nice.
So, you know.
That'll keep you busy too.
Yeah, it does. Because the ones I have are all 2-day classes with the exception of the basic. Basic is 1 day. And usually the basics. And doing the basics class, I make a little more than I make working 1 day on the ferry. And I'm not outside freezing my nunnies off.
Yeah, really. And it's
Nice.
fun.
Well, it's easier on my body. You know, I'll never quit working completely. I will always, even if it's just part, you know, a couple classes a month, I'll never stop working. As long as I have my wits about me and my health, which I'm pretty healthy. I'm healthy. As the doctor says, you're healthy as a horse. Thank you very much for comparing me to an equestrian.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a lot healthier than I am.
You know, so, and God bless our Josephine. She turned 105 in October. She's almost,
Wow.
Yeah, this year she's gonna be 106.
Wow.
God bless her. Right now, the record on the island's 108. That's the record on the island's 108.
I know one of our first cruise, I think it was, we went to Dominica. And they tried to have like the fast food restaurants. It didn't take very well. But for a good portion of their population was in their hundreds.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's not a very big island. But very pretty. But yeah.
Yeah, Denise, it is. It really is. You know, Josephine's about 4'10", 4'9". Just a little thing.
So I'm taller than her. I'd like to be.
Yeah, you and Marlene. We were just discussing you and Marlene, who was taller.
We're the
Figure
same
about
height, aren't we, Darlene?
I'm 5 feet.
5 feet.
That's what you are?
Yep.
You sure about that?
I'm saying we're the same height.
Who are you saying that to?
You. We are the same.
You know, the best things come in small packages.
That's what my
Dynamite,
mother always
nitro.
said. And so does a stick of dynamite.
No, on a
Come
needle.
on.
I grew up with 4 brothers. Hey.
I have 6.
I'm looking through my DPNs. When I go to cast those mitts back on, I'm going to DPNs. It's too hard on the 9-inch circulars. Either that or I'll try.
Magic loop?
Actually, I might do my magic loop with those.
I do magic. I don't like DPNs. And you can't get me away from that. I do have a set of soft DPNs from Chigu.
Oh, I like DPNs. You know, I was just reading what Denise E. Crochet and Yarn Addict wrote.
Oh.
And this is...
Well, I bet you are. Everybody is. I just say
Yeah,
that.
I hear a lot of
me
people.
about my height all the time.
I tell people, you know, love yourself.
Yeah.
For what's on your inside. You know, people don't judge people by the package. I don't judge a book by its package. I look what's on the inside and the content. You judge a person by their heart and deeds.
Yeah. And it's also I've come to learn that you can't really judge somebody.
I know, Denise.
First impressions either.
No.
You have to meet them a few times to really get to know, because like some people, they have this fake facade. and you just
It's true.
like you might like somebody. Oh, they seem really nice, and then you actually see them for a few times, and like, yeah, no.
I love this little stack here for these are my sock needles and stuff like that. Timu.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to organize my stuff soon.
Well, like I said, there's organized because I want to get rid of that little shelf thing there where my book's at. I want to get my books up onto a shelf. I've got 3 shelves to put up there over here. I just gotta get my stud finder and decide where I want to put them up in here because once they're up, they're up.
I bought a magnifying one. It's sticking up on the wall. I had to get one so Dean, when he puts the shelves up in my yarn room, that he'll be able to find the stud. It's just a magnetized one.
Yeah.
I got it from Amazon. I think it was around $15. Had it within a couple days.
5mm needles. You know what, Mimi?
What?
No, not you, Mimi.
Mimi loves crochet. Because people always fuss at me for this. I'll sleep when I'm dead, but I figure if I stop, I may not get started again. And that's if I'm working around the house, I'm doing something. I mean, once I get into something, I'm focused, right? Well, I do squirrel, but the minute I stop and sit down, everything stiffens up, and it's like, oh. So I get up. I'll be sitting there. So are you, my dear. All of you are.
Yes,
all of you people.
Is.
You lovely ladies are absolutely just inspiring.
Everybody in this room.
Women. Yes.
That's right.
You know, and have made my life richer for knowing everybody, whether in real life or virtually. It's a very amazing group of you'd have some Italian in you then, because I used to tell Warren, he says, I wish I was Italian. And I said, honey, you're an Italian by infusion. Let your imagination figure that out.
Oh, it doesn't have to go too far.
Exactly, Denise. Exactly. But yeah, no, it's so awesome, you know, that the internet has enabled the community, and this is the thing that the internet's good for.
Yes.
You know, this is one of the good things. And paying your bills online too, that helps. But no, there's so much bad in social media and the platforms, you know, streaming platforms and stuff. This is the good. And I choose positive in, positive out. You know, that's just, I mean, that's my personal mantra. You know, I try to just to if I find myself, and I'm guilty of it. There's times I'll find myself letting that dark in, you know, and then I find my whole mood, my attitude, everything. And it's like, whoa, I put the brakes on and refocus on the positive. I've been sending scripture.
You have to try to do that, because if not, then you go down a really dark hole.
Yeah. I've been getting inspirational scriptures and quotes. I get one every day, and I've shared some of them with people. Because it's funny, you know, sometimes they hit the nail right on the head for the day, the way things are going in the day, or something that's happening that day or happened that day. It's funny how you'll be spicy. You're full of spice, sort of like a goat.
Everything nice.
Yes, everything. Well, it's what goes our sugar and spice and everything nice. You know, as Dawn says, she can get a little saucy. Yes, but you know, transparency. Be who you are. Don't change for anybody. I mean, we all change and evolve as we get older, or we get into a relationship, or what have you. But that's just the natural evolution of things.
Yes. But
stay true to your core. Stay true to your core. I'm not a city girl. Never will be. I don't like crowds.
No.
I like peace and quiet.
Mhm.
I agree.
Yeah, my
Yeah, I've
idea of
lived
the
in the
best.
cities, but
Now, my best favorite way to vacation, I mean, it's right here on the island. But if I go somewhere, whether it's Jamaica, Aruba, Australia, the Dominican, any of those places,
oh wow.
a good book, my knitting and crocheting, the sun, nice cold drink, whether it's adult or just some iced tea, and the beach or swimming pool, and I'm happy. I don't have to be going to all the nightlife and all the the excursions, everything. I'm quite content. I'm quite content. And that to me is vacation because I'm just shutting down, I'm getting away from everything and just relaxing.
Yeah, I like
And
going
that's
on
what
cruises. The food is amazing.
yep, nope, I have no cruises. Nah, I'll never do a cruise.
No,
Nope.
Never
no
say
cruise for
never.
me.
Nope, I can say never. I will never do a cruise. Too many people. Too many people.
But you
Too
know
many
what? You
people.
don't. There are a lot of people, but it's like sometimes you can't tell that there's thousands and thousands of people there.
No. I'll know they're there from when you check in. I'll know they're there from when I check in, and it's just
You
no.
also said you went to amigurumis, and look at you.
That's apples and
That's
oranges.
different.
You went to a cruise either?
No,
Why?
just not into all the people. We were a year ago, 2 years ago, last year, we were in Playa del Carmen. Too many people, and never go back.
No,
Been to
it's
Las
like,
Vegas twice, never go back.
oh, I wouldn't go there.
Las Vegas on a cruise?
Yeah, no, hun.
How
Just
do
the amount of people.
See, my idea, I'd be one of those people. If I got on the cruise ship, first island I stopped at, that's it. I'm done. That's my vacation. I'll be staying there. I'll fly back home.
Oh no! Even if somebody paid for you?
Even if somebody paid for me, I just can't do a cruise. First off, we all know we were talking about that Monday. I puked on the boat when it got really rough. Because I have my sea legs, but the rolling is what gets me, and that's just my inner ear.
Yeah, well, our honeymoon, my second cruise, I was seasick. On the honeymoon. Yeah.
Ah, some date you are.
And
No,
he's still with me.
I like the way Marlene and Bruce vacation, and it's something I want to look into now that I'm starting to semi-retire. That's something I want to look into doing.
Yeah, we haven't done that for a couple of years, but we're looking again.
Even if it's just once a year,
Yeah.
just to go to different places I haven't been to.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's one thing I like about cruising is you see multiple places and like you're not stuck there for days. Like I've seen so many different places.
Warren and I traveled all over the world, and we've been on 1, 2, 3, 5 continents. And my favorite is still right where I'm at. Right here on my back deck, in my swimming pool, with an adult beverage. Sure,
I like,
maybe.
I like it wherever it's hot, and I mean as in like 32 plus.
No, I'm like, I love 40, 50 even.
Anything over 25 is bad for me.
Anything over 30.
The better I like it.
Yeah, see, I'm the same way because the older I get, the more I really hate the cold. I never liked the cold as a kid. I was one of those kids that didn't go out and, excited to snow. I'm going to build a snowman. Go on sled riding. No. No. I used to love Arizona. Denise, when I was trucking through there was a hotel. I think it was a Motel 6 that had in-ground swimming pool, and I was through there at least once a week. And I stopped in there. I had stayed there a few times, and I stopped in one time and I asked him, "Hey, I'm trucking through here." I says, "Would I be able to, on my way to California or back from California, stop in, just do a couple hours of swimming, just lay and relax?" And they said, "Sure." Didn't charge me nothing, and told me to have at it. And the most time I had the pool to myself.
Yeah.
That's and being I trucked 30 years and being away from home, you know, if you have to travel for work and you're gone months at a time, being home is like being on a vacation. And that's what, Warren and I had this when we moved to the island, that was our goal because we had been gone, I mean, for 30 years. That's half my life. Over half, most of my adult life was spent being away from home working. And so being at home is like being on a vacation. It's like, oh, there's my couch, oh, my bed, and my shower, and my bathroom.
I know that feeling after being away for a month, just about a month in Mexico.
Yeah.
It's nice to get home to your own bed.
Yeah. Yep. Everybody asked me when I was in Australia, did you, I said, yes, I hated to leave, but I missed back here,
Yeah.
and exactly. This is my home. When Warren passed away, the first thing everybody started saying was, well, I guess she's leaving the island. No, this is my home.
Mm-hmm.
This is my last stop, Fairhaven Cemetery, just up the road. That's my next move. No, I have no, look, I have a degree in RCT, radiation control tech. I could travel with that and get paid to travel. I don't have any desire to do it. None. Money isn't everything. If I can pay my bills, do my crafts, and have a little bit set aside that if I do want to go do something, I can. Other than that, money is not, I will never be rich.
That's okay.
Some Dawn's homemade chicken. Oh, that's a good breakfast, and especially on a cold day like today. But you're in California. I'll tell you what, I've been wanting to make some homemade chicken noodle soup, but I'll tell you what, have you seen, and this is up here in Canada, I don't know about in the States, have you seen the price of skinless, boneless breast?
We just bought a 8-pack at Costco for, what was it, 32, 34?
Well, that's not too bad. I haven't seen that here. When I was at Costco, a four, and they were nice sized breasts, skinless, boneless breasts, because that's all I don't do dark meat. Was over $30 for 4 chicken breasts.
At Costco?
That's an expensive chicken noodle soup. Yeah.
They don't have, like where we are, they don't have 4-packs here.
I'm in a
8 to 10 pack. 8 to 10 pack.
Yep. Nope. So I keep looking because, like I said, I got the half a cow in my freezer. I've got 3 turkeys. I cooked one. I still have 3 turkeys. But I bought some pork loins, chops, whatever. Let's get some gravy. There you go. When I come to the island, nobody had ever had that. The guys on the ferry, I brought everything and I cooked it right on the boat, right? And made for them. Now I get making sausage gravy and biscuits anytime soon. So I'll usually make a big batch and then I take some to the boat for them and I'll make some biscuits for them.
I've only heard of that a few years ago.
Huh?
I've only heard of that, like biscuits and gravy, a few years ago from a guy we know that we play DDO with in Missouri.
Yeah, no. And the thing is, what I'm upset about here in Canada, you can't get Jimmy Dean's sausage, at least over here where I'm at. And
no, not here either.
Right, to find loose.
You can hear.
Huh?
I think you can hear.
I'll have to check when I come there. Stock up, bring my cooler bag.
Yeah, I believe it's at our grocery store, Sobeys.
They do have, I think it's Sunrise. Anyways, they do once in a while find the loose breakfast sauce, loose sausage. It'll be in a thing in the freezer, but it's so bland. I season it myself with garlic, sage, black pepper, and some crushed red pepper. I season it myself when I make it. If you don't know what I'm doing, I'm just my cord. This is my my bamboo. I didn't want to tie up my chalgoos. And I make the fresh biscuits. But the sausage is so hard. I use Jimmy Dean's all the time. And sometimes I get the Jimmy Dean's, but I'd get some of the spicy Jimmy Dean's and I'd make it so I'd have a little bit of it because I like spicy food. But how is it we always end up on food when we're talking on these lives? We always seem to gravitate towards food.
I don't know. Well, I through Facebook, I saw a guy make a chicken stew, and it's so easy. It just takes like 4 hours, and it does Dean and I 2 meals, and it's so easy.
Really?
Yeah, you just like chop up an onion, but then you slow cooker, put 4 chicken breasts on top. Then you mix like a cream of celery, cream of chicken, some poultry spice, and another spice. You mix that all together. You pour that on top. A couple cups of chicken broth. Let that cook for a few hours. And then you put like 2 cups of veggies on top of that. And they also say you can put like biscuits, those Pillsbury biscuits.
Oh, yes.
You can cut them up and put those on top. In total of 4 hours. And it's so good. The chicken just falls apart. It's so yummy.
We had turkey soup last week, and then we just had a beef stew. So, well, Bruce does the cooking. I prep. Tells me what he wants cut, and I do it, and then he does all the cooking.
Oh, does he?
See, Dean's my prepper.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it. It hurts too much to do that.
No, I do all the cooking here, but she cleans the kitchen. That's our deal. Last night I made tomato soup and grilled cheese. I didn't make the gourmet grilled cheese because usually I put tomato with Ray's mustard, original mustard on it. And
And grilled cheese?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, biscuits and gravy, sausage gravy and biscuits are delicious.
Mm-hmm.
It's delicious. Oh, ask Barb. Somebody will be at the house visiting, and she'll say, "Don't go in the kitchen," because Barb came in there one time, and I fussed at her and chased her right out of there. I said, "Don't come in the kitchen when I'm cooking."
Well,
Now,
I'm the baker, so I do the bake. Well, except no bread. Bruce made homemade cheese bread the other day. Put it in the Dutch oven and baked it in the oven. He's the bread man.
Oh, do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man?
Yeah.
I used to sing that to my dad when I was 5 years old. My hair was down in my butt at 5, and Mom would put it up in 2 high ponytails or braids with ribbons, and I would come in and I would be bouncing back and forth, and my dad would come in and he would do the dance with me. Apparently, Mom told me about it. Well,
at least they weren't sticking up like Pippi Longstockings.
Oh no, mine were real long, and I must have been in my early 40s, late 30s, early 40s, and I came to visit Mom and Dad, and I walked through the door, and when I walked through the door, I started doing that song. My dad, he teared up. He said, "Where's that little girl?" I said, "Still in here, Daddy. Still in here."
Great memory.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I said I have the best childhood memories. I really do.
I live in the house I grew up in, so I have lots of memories here.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Wow! Yeah. Right.
Yeah, my brother putting his foot through the window. Us falling downstairs or getting pushed downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
You're the only girl?
I'm the only girl, yes.
See, I'm the baby girl. I have 2
older
sisters.
I need another skein of yarn.
No, it's lots of memories here. Lots of changes. When we moved back, when we bought the house, my brother moved in, we started making changes. It was, you can't do that. That's an outside wall. You can't do that.
Oh, wow.
So.
No, that's it. Now, where's Bruce from originally, Marlene?
I was born in Tattawagush, Nova Scotia, but grew up in Newfoundland.
Okay.
Whereabouts?
He doesn't have a heavy Newfie accent, though.
No, he went to Newfoundland when he was like 5, and he left when he was 17, 18.
Go to the Army.
And joined the Army, yep.
That was the same age Warren was.
Mm-hmm.
Warren was 17.
Yeah.
He finished 10th grade and went into the Army.
Yep, did their basic training, and then Bruce went right straight to Germany.
That's where Warren, Warren went to Germany, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would have liked to know them back then. From when I had the stories he told me, boy.
I know.
I would have liked to have known them back then.
They're cute now, but hey, when they were younger, woo!
Well, I'm gonna go get. I'm gonna. All right, back.
Yeah, Dean was a cutie too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure he still is now.
I think so.
Go stay in his good graces.
Had to go get something.
Oh, a picture.
You guys have all seen the picture I showed of Warren. This is Warren when he was finished basic and was headed to Germany.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
What a serious face on that young man.
They're not allowed to smile. They got to be serious.
He told me that, because I said, I said, that's fine. He goes, you wouldn't have liked me back then. He said, I had a cocky bad attitude, and I could back it up. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
But I mean, and this is the only picture you'll see him without a mustache. He always had his mustache.
Mm-hmm.
But he was a dragoon.
Yep.
Oh, very handsome. My whole across top of my bed's a bunch of pictures. I have
of course.
I have a my headboard's bolted to the wall. I have a platform bed, and the whole top of my bed's all kind of pictures. I don't have anything up on the wall yet.
And then you have like your window up there.
Yep. I have a transom window. But no, I would have liked to have known them back then. From stories I heard, again too, any of us when we were younger. Dawn, I think she was on one of her lives, was talking about when she was in high school. We all have our time in our life where we were little mischief makers, just exploring our becoming an adult. we all did crazy
when we
things.
Thought we knew everything but didn't.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
But no, so what's everybody have planned for today? I know in a little while I gotta run and get my mail for 3 days worth of mail because I haven't left the house other than to go outside and shovel.
Gotta get some potatoes boiling for supper. Going to fry them, but I like boiling them first.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm making for supper tonight. I don't know. I made bacon and eggs Monday. We had breakfast for supper, and then yesterday we had grilled cheese and tomato soup. So I think I have broccoli cheddar soup in the refrigerator, so I might make that and sandwiches. I don't know.
That sounds good.
I might just pick up something, throw it in the Instapot too. Get down in the freezer, pull something out, throw it in the Instapot, throw some pork chops in there. I brown them first, put them in there, and then cream of mushroom, cream of chicken. Yeah, I use cream of chicken and cream of celery. I use all those three together all the time to make cook it in a sauce. And throw in I have some baked potatoes in the refrigerator already wrapped up, ready to go. But these pop-up lives will occur. They'll occur. But I do have to go do my adulting. I have to go get the mail, and I got to make a trip to the mainland this week. Go to the bank, talk about some stuff for the chamber. And yeah, and tonight's poker night.
Oh, yes, Wednesday.
The last 2 weeks I've gotten first. Last Saturday I got first. Last Wednesday I got second. And I went up against the same guy both times.
Nice.
Well, Johnny G he was looking up. He misses Warren because him and Warren used to just cut up all the time, right? And he says, I'll say, enough of your shenanigans. He goes, I says, that's right. I'm channeling my inner Warren, so you misbehave. So I go like this on the table. He's got to put his hand up there, and I go, behave yourself. I have been playing poker with them for almost 10 years, and they loved him, and
That's
because I love him. Yeah, and Kathy, she's a fisherman. Yeah, because there's actually a picture of him in the poker room, the man cave. We call it the man cave where we play poker. I had given her one for the boys. His chair is here at the house along with his poker chip. Somebody went to sit in the seat and Kathy jumped up and said, "Do not sit in that chair. No one sits in that chair." So when I came, she says, "You take that home." And so it's downstairs and I sit in it. It's in my office and I sit in it.
That's nice.
It's just like the one I have here. This one here. I took the big brown one out of here because one, it needs a new cylinder. Because I'd be sitting there and it would start going down like this. And this one's a little shorter. That other chair is 10, 15 years old, but it's still a good chair. Yeah. One of these days I'll get my office done and I'll take you on a tour of my office and the man cave and the bar and all that stuff. It'll get done. I got my cold room done.
Well, that's a good thing to have done because that's food.
Yeah. Yeah, Dawn apparently as a young teenage girl had bad attitude. She had bad attitude. And Dawn's Canadian. She's Canadian.
Okay.
But Dawn Aaron is Canadian, yes. Sharon's Canadian.
Where from?
Dawn's from around the Toronto area, Dawn, aren't you? Had 3 high school and you got kicked out of 2 before you even started. That's bad. No, I was actually one of those. I was a geek. Dawn worked for the railroad. She was a welder.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was talking to her about welding. I said my son was trying to teach me how to weld. He's an iron worker, and I kept flunking because I kept burning through everything.
Oh, Sharon is from Toronto.
Sharon's from Toronto.
Where are you from, Dawn?
Actually, I'm a transplant from the States of Pennsylvania, but technically, I'm from the planet Zoltek, and I'm here to observe your civilization.
We're watching this here show called The 3 Body Problem.
Never heard of it.
It's on Is it on Netflix? Netflix. It's like a sci-fi type thing with like
It's not scary, is it?
No. I don't like scary shows. No, it's not scary. It's actually really interesting. That guy, there's a couple guys from Game of Thrones. You know the hefty guy that took that girl in that had the baby?
Mm-hmm.
His name was Sam. He's in it. And the one of the older guys is in it. But yeah, we just finished like Silo, the second season of Silo, which is really good. That's on Apple TV.
Okay.
2 more seasons coming out of that. And he made me watch the second season of Squid Game. Oh my goodness.
Of what?
Squid Game?
Barb likes that. It just wasn't my thing.
The second season isn't as gruesome as the first one.
I liked the Hunger Games. That was good. The Hunger Games was good.
Mm-hmm.
And they're filming another season of Outlander. Because I've been looking at the Outlander. Yep. The Outlander knit books they have.
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking at those. I'm going to see if I can find a used one. Because I thought that would be... Because a couple people have asked about us doing a make-along. And I said, yeah, I'd like, do a make-along. And that was what I was thinking. I thought a great make-along would be to do a project. And there's a few channels that do vintage and stuff like that. But to do a make from a series, whether it was Outlander or Little House on the Prairie or something like that, knit or crochet, and do a make along for that. That
Well, I
that would be
know Summer from Summer's Tips and Stitches.
yeah.
She had bought the Highlander book. It has a bunch of the patterns in it.
Yeah, there.
was
If you look on Amazon, there's a couple of them there, but there's only one that's the official.
Yeah, it was the official one that she bought.
Yeah, it's like $35 or something like that.
I know that sock book that I really want is like over 50, and
Yep.
the second one is 100. It's like that's nuts.
So that's something I'm toying with doing the doing a relaxed make along. We have year of the patterns. It could be year of TV movie knits and crochet, something like that. But I thought that would be fun to do because there are so many great knits and crochet examples in all. But even I mean, one of the biggest things you see, and this was big in the 70s show, was the granny square afghans. But I mean, a garment or an accessory, a shawl, a jacket, a sweater, whatever. So I thought that might be something fun that we could do. Again, I'll put a post up on the community tab and up on the Yayas and see if anybody's interested in doing it.
Yeah, I
and
know.
then
A
the
few
thing
years
is,
ago. Sorry.
No, it's all right. Go ahead.
A few years ago, Lion Brand has the Schitt's Creek stuff.
See, I never watched that show.
I watched a couple of them, but
I never watched
think it's
it.
mostly pillows or whatever with like some of the sayings.
Yeah. But I mean, because everybody has different tastes. That's all right, Nessa. That's all right, dear. Hey, lurkers are always welcome. But I think what I'll do is I'll finish this up. I'll go on to, because I'm on the computer, I type faster. I'll do it on the Yayas, and I'll do a community tab post. Hey, everybody, who wants to do a make-along using knits and crocheted items from movies, series, TV. See if anybody's interested in doing it. It'd be fun to do. Not like we all don't have umpteen projects on the thing there.
Well, you're the only one that does that.
No.
No,
I mean,
Well,
I have one.
no, I can't say it. I'm monogamous.
Let me tell you something. I watched Krista from The Secret Yarnery. She pulled out all her whips. There was a mountain of them. They're all in plastic Ziplocs. Well, okay. Exactly, like Nessa was saying. So we can, do something like that.
Yeah.
But the neat thing about it is you share the TV show picture and where you can get the pattern. I mean, I loved Outlander. I absolutely. We'll start watching it from beginning again, because I'll do that if I go back to watch a series. I'll start from the beginning and go through it. Oh wow!
Yeah, I just did that with the Discovery of Witches.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at all the shows, Little House on Prairie had a lot, and a lot of the turn of the century shows did. But as long as knitting and crocheting and Tunisia and all of that has been around, it might be fun.
Well, yeah,
it might be fun to do.
If you like to watch the post-apocalypse type shows and all that stuff, a lot of them have that type of
Matrix.
Yeah.
Not for nothing. I don't know who my Trekkies are here, but 2025 is the year that the Vulcans revealed their being on Earth
because of the warp
and showed them about warp drive.
Do you
Just
remember
saying.
the guy? Do you remember the guy's name? Because I told you that day.
Yeah, it was the Spock's father.
No, the guy the Earthling.
Bridgerton. That's the other one too. Bridgerton. That's another show. Bridgerton.
The human.
Yeah, I forget the human. I forget.
Zephram Coffin.
Zephram, because he was the father of warp drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking
Bridgerton's
about
and
it
Downton
in this.
Abbey. Downton
Yeah.
Abbey's another one.
Yes,
Mhm.
we've watched that.
I actually have a couple patterns that are based on Downton Abbey. I already have those. But anyway, so just something to think about. I'll put the thing up on the oh, cute. Because I have 3 tutorials to film for this week. Doing that, but I'll put the post up on the Yayas and I'll put it up on the community tab. And hey, we'll just spark some interest. So when I schedule this coming Sunday's live, it's something we can talk about. You know, I started watching Downton Abbey. I've got to go back and rewatch it. Like I said, a lot of times I'll binge something and then it'll be, I won't watch TV for a week. I just stream. But so that's something we can all think about. And quilting is acceptable too. You know, I mean, they have quilts in there too, but I mean, knitting and crocheting, I figure something, you know, we all do. And some of us are tri-stitchable. And another thing that was big back then too was their needlework, doing their embroidery. That was very big. You said like, oh, look at your tight needles.
And tatting.
Nessa, okay, let me see, Nessa, hold on. Okay, Nessa, a few of her, whose patterns are you talking about, hun? A few of her patterns are designed after the shows. I was looking to see if you had a name in there, but I don't see whose name it is. I have some Wendy Supreme. Nessa, who are you talking about, dear? Ophelia talks. Okay. Yes, Ophelia does. Yes, Ophelia. She just did a thing on, it shows her walking through the woods. She did something like an Outlander shawl. So, okay, Lorraine. Yeah, I'm just getting ready to get off here too because I gotta get some done. It's almost 1:30. Yeah, I enjoy watching her show too. Listen, I'm gonna post on the community tab and I'm gonna post in the Yayas. Like Nessa is saying here, put some suggestions down for shows and stuff that you know that have knit and crochet to give other people some inspiration, or maybe you already have a favorite show that has some knits and crochet that you might like to make. And I'm going to put it out there. And come Sunday's live, we'll talk about it and maybe set a let's go for it. Let's go for it. Okay? All right, buddy. All right. Everybody, I'm going to end, I'm going to end this now because I've got to go get the mail and I got 3 tutorials to film in the next few days because I have to have them releasing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then get ready for next week's tutorial. So I hope wherever you're at, you're staying safe, you're healthy, you're happy, doing what it is that makes you happy. And remember, hug, smiles, and happiness, pass it on, make the world a better place each and every day. Be that light in somebody's dark day. Here's bye for now from Deer Island. And
bye,
Nova Scotia.
Yeah, Marlene's north of me. She's Nova Scotia. She's east of me. And yes, everybody stay blessed. And I will talk to you guys again. You never know. It might pop up live later this week. You never know what I'm going to do. So I love you guys. Thank you again for coming and staying and visiting and all the inspiration. And look for those posts on the Yayas and the community tab. Get your thinking caps on and start thinking. And stash yarn. Stash yarn. Don't go buy anything new. Work the stash, work the whips. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.